Hey guys, Nick here. I just got back from watching Wrestlmania 30 at a friend's house, and I must tell you, I am very, very, very pissed off at the way WWE handled this. Um, I thought, first of all, Wrestlemania was just terrible in general because, you start off the night with a great match between Daniel Bryan and Triple H, which Daniel Bryan wins. And then he gets added to the match between Batista and Randy Orton for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Then the next match is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which Cesaro wins, of all people. I mean, WWE, you do not know how to handle your product. And I'm looking straight at you, Vince McMahon. You do not know how to handle your product. You have Cesaro winning it when you built the Big Show to win. You need to make up your mind and push who you're going to push. Because you've been pushing and pushing and pushing the Big Show for a long time to win this Battle Royal, and you didn't go through with it. That's why you lose wrestlers like CM Punk. That's why you lost your opportunity to grab AJ Styles. I mean, you grabbed a B-plus player, arguably a D player, in Consequences Created, which you now deemed him as Xavier Woods. I mean, you guys do not know how to handle your product. And I guarantee you, you bring me in for one pay-per-view as your booker, I will put on a 5-star show. 5-star show. Just for one night as your booker. One night. You can pay me for that one night. I'll be there for one night. Not a whole year, not a month, just one night. And I will show you that I can put on a better show than you ever could. That show was ridiculous. You lost fans halfway after the Undertaker match. I mean, yeah, I agree. The Undertaker had his streak broken sooner or later. I get that. I'm okay with that. The way it went down before it happened should never have happened. Like, I know personally that The Undertaker has full creative control over all of his matches. All of his matches. And to have him, 5 minutes before their match, Brock Lesnar, of all people, his opponent changes the script on him. Saying, no, I'm not going out there if I don't beat you. Brock Lesnar, I'm also looking at you. You're a punk-ass bitch with no future. If that is true, what I saw online, you have no future in the professional wrestling business. You're a punk-ass bitch, and you deserve to die. But, if that's not true, congratulations on beating The Undertaker. Also, congratulations to Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns of The Shield on defeating Kane and the New Age Outlaws. You beat 3 geriatrics. Good job. And I know this is to propel the Shield, but you gotta put them up against better 6 men than Kane and the New Age Outlaws. Like, Road Dogg is a sacrificial lamb. Billy Gunn is the heart and soul of the New Age Outlaws. Road Dogg is shit. Road Dogg is absolutely terrible. Like, sorry, something on my screen. Yeah, Road Dogg is terrible. Moving on with the card, we had AJ Lee retain her title, controversially, when the person who should have won either should have been Tamina or Natalya. I picked Natalya, because the whole Total Divas thing, and Natalya's been getting the most push out of any of the divas. But you're going to be like, nope, we're going to make AJ Lee like CM Punk. What? WWE. I mean, if it wasn't for my friends, me being there for my friends, you just wasted 3 hours of my life. What the fuck is your problem? Vince, Hunter, Stephanie, fire your booker. Whoever it is, fire them. They deserve to be fired after WrestleMania. Because they put on a show that was absolutely horrible. Did you notice half of the fans left the stadium after the Undertaker match? Half of the fans left. The show wasn't even over, and they left. And then they heard on the radio that Daniel Bryan won. They're like, thank God, something good happened for a change. WWE, you wonder why you lost CM Punk to TNA. You lost all these good talents. You didn't sign Sting. That's your biggest flaw. Sting is the biggest free agent right now, and you didn't go after him. Why? Because of this dumbass feud that Vince McMahon has with Sting. And that's absolutely ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. I think Brock Lesnar should not have been in this WrestleMania. If anybody should have defeated the streak, it should have been Sting. Not Lesnar, Sting. I'm outraged at this WrestleMania. I'm completely and utterly outraged. I thought it was a waste of my time. If it wasn't for Daniel Bryan defeating Triple H and winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, I would not have watched WrestleMania. I wouldn't. Because you handled it so terribly that it wasn't even funny. My God. You have a Divas match following The Undertaker. That is the biggest slap in the face to me, to all of the Undertaker fans, to all the hardcore fans, to the fans in attendance, to your front office, and most importantly, to The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. And Paul Heyman as well. That was the biggest one of these I've ever seen in my entire life. Your booker is so terrible. Fire him. Oh my God, man. Like, if I would have paid for WrestleMania, this video would be directly to you, WWE, telling me I want my money back. That pay-per-view was absolutely terrible. I mean, there were a few highlights. Daniel Bryan defeats Triple H. Ooh. That, everybody knew that was coming. The Shield beat the New Age Outlaws and Kane. Everybody knew that was going to happen. Daniel Bryan wins the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Everybody knew it was going to happen. You're so predictable. That's why I guarantee, I'll say this on tape, I guarantee that if TNA were to go back to their Monday shows, they would whoop your asses in the ratings. So ridiculous. I mean, to the WWE Universe who are Brock Lesnar fans, I'm sorry I'm putting this out there, but this needs to be said. Brock Lesnar is terrible in the ring. Absolutely terrible. He has more, just about as much charisma as the Shockmaster did. You know what his Brock Lesnar's charisma is? I'm big and strong. I'm Brock Lesnar. I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm a former UFC heavyweight champion. Former WWE champion. I'm the Beast incarnate. That's Brock Lesnar. This is The Undertaker. Really, bitch? Really, bitch? Fight me at WrestleMania. Like, I can understand that The Undertaker wanted to pay Brock Lesnar back after what happened at the UFC fight that he was in against Cain Velasquez, where Brock Lesnar got his ass knocked out by Cain Velasquez and lost the title. Undertaker was sitting there as a fan. Brock Lesnar walked right by him, glared at him, and Undertaker proceeded... Sorry, I'm kind of tired. Undertaker proceeded to say, what, you want to go? You want to go? Anytime you want to do this, let's do this. If The Undertaker jobbed. I'm going to call this a job. Jobbed to Brock Lesnar because of that? Then I understand it. But Vince McMahon himself has even said that it was scripted for The Undertaker to be 22-0. Not 21-1. You know what happened? Lesnar fans, your guy is a bitch. Because I heard on the online that he changed the script to him winning. That's why that's why the whole audience was standing there like this. What? What just happened? What? Did The Undertaker just lose? We're gone. The only reason we might stick around is so that Daniel Bryan wins. And I'm telling you, I cannot tell you, WWE, how furious I am that a Divas match followed The Undertaker. A Divas match. Here's how I would have seen it. Okay, keeping the pre-show the way it is. The Tag Team Championship stays the first match. That's not even WrestleMania. The first match of WrestleMania should have been the Vicky Guerrero Divas Battle Royal whatever. And the ending of that was so flawed, it wasn't even funny. I thought Natalya should have won it, but that's my personal opinion. The next match should have been Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. With Daniel Bryan winning. Good job. You got one match right. The next match should have been Kane and the New Age Outlaws against the Shield. That didn't happen. It was the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal should have followed the Shield. Then, after the Shield match, pardon me, I'm just really pissed off right now. It should have been John Cena versus Bray Wyatt, which John Cena winning was the right choice. I picked John Cena personally. Excuse me, kind of sick. But yeah, John Cena, Bray Wyatt would follow the Battle Royal. The Divas match should have been the first match of the actual WrestleMania. And this is taking nothing away from the Divas. I just think the match that should follow The Undertaker should be the main event, not a Divas match. Sorry. The next match should have been Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker, with The Undertaker winning. Get it right, WWE. Not Lesnar, Undertaker. Now that Brock Lesnar has defeated the streak, what are you going to do with him? What are you going to do with him? You know what I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. As of right now, you're going to do absolutely nothing with him. Absolutely nothing. Because I guarantee you on Raw, Daniel Bryan will defend the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Randy Orton. Because Randy Orton will invoke his rematch clause. And then Batista will come out and say, hey, wait, I never got pinned in that match. Blah, 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 blah. Being the typical heel that he is. I never got pinned. I won in that match too. Okay, you're in that match. And then Brock Lesnar might come out and say, hey, you two think you deserve to have that match? I just ended the streak. I deserve to be in that match more than the both of you. So what I think is at the next pay-per-view, which happens to be Extreme Rules, it will be Daniel Bryan versus Batista versus Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar in a fatal four-way match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And if WWE is smart, they'll give the belt to Brock Lesnar. And then they'll set up Brock Lesnar versus Batista. But WWE fans, I hate to tell you, they're not smart. Like, the only reason the only reason they got as much viewers as they did is because they had the opening segment with the three icons in WWE. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, and The Rock. And they made it kind of funny because Hulk Hogan botched the name of the stadium. I kind of laughed. I laughed when Hulk Hogan said, well, it's the Superdome or whatever. I don't even know what he called it anymore. I'm too pissed off to think anymore. And then both The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin made fun of him for it. He's like, what the hell? I can't get a break. But that segment was funny. I'll give you that. What should have happened, it should have went Divas match, Battle Royal, Shield, John Cena versus Wyatt, Undertaker Lesnar, and then the main event. But you put the Divas match in the middle. I see that I'm running short of time. So, WWE, in the words of Stone Cold, or in the actions of Stone Cold Steve Austin, you just lost a viewer. I want my time back. I want my money back. Thank you, Vince McMahon. Thank you, Triple H. Thank you, Stephanie McMahon. Thank you to the creative. And to the booker, a huge one of these, buddy. Huge one of these. Because you don't know how to book a pay-per-view. WWE, if you watch this video, look me up on YouTube. I'll be more than happy to respond to you. If you want me to drive down to Jersey to book the card for Extreme Rules, I'll do it. You can just pay me for one night. That's all I'm asking for. One night to book a pay-per-view. And I'll put on a 5-star show for you. 5-star show. And I know you're all about ratings. That's what you want. I guarantee you. You let me book one pay-per-view, which happens to be Extreme Rules. You let me do that. I'll put on a 5-star show. I guarantee it. WWE, I want my money back. Thank you. Goodbye.